Welcome to the Ideas Step 4 module. This step is part of the Intervention, Design, and Analysis Scorecard tool for creating integrated total worker health interventions. The goal of Ideas Step 4 is to form 3 intervention options and to prepare a business case for each one. Ideas Step 4 has 4 parts. It will take about 3 meetings to complete all 4 parts. You will need to understand 3 key terms. An intervention is a package of activities that together address the root causes of a safety, health, or well-being concern. Intervention options refer to 2 or more intervention alternatives. A business case sets expectations for scope, benefits, costs, and obstacles for each intervention option. To begin Ideas Step 4A, you will refer to the list of activities that were brainstormed in Ideas Step 2. In our coffee spill example, the goal was to reduce burns, and we identified 4 different solution types to meet this goal. For each solution type, we brainstormed a list of activities. We will draw from all of these activities to form interventions that address as many root causes as possible. This is a key concept for applying a total worker health approach. Why create 3 intervention options? Preparing 3 options helps design team members develop realistic expectations for the solutions they brainstormed in terms of resources and impact. Presenting 3 options can help build managers' buy-in for allocating the resources needed for high-impact solutions. Start by using the tools in the design team handouts. This table shows how to mix and match activities from Ideas Step 2 to create intervention packages. Each intervention package can serve a different purpose. For example, the first package, Intervention A, is a basic essentials package. This option includes only the must-have activities in order to achieve any improvement towards the safety and well-being goal. Intervention B is a comprehensive package. This option includes activities that would address most or all of the root causes identified in Ideas Step 1. Intervention C is a hybrid option that builds on the basic essentials and adds selected others that would improve impact above the basic package. Using this strategy, you can create 3 intervention options that present different levels of resource commitment and different levels of potential impact. Once you've created 3 intervention packages, you're ready for Step 4B. In Step 4B, the design team analyzes each intervention option according to 4 criteria. The value of Step 4B is that it prepares you to make a strong business case for the interventions you create and propose. The team will be able to speak with confidence about the expected benefits and costs for each intervention. Now let's look at an example of Step 4B. You'll recall the intervention activities from Step 4A. Next, you'll determine the intended scope for the intervention as a whole, considering all of the activities listed. Ask yourselves, how many employees will be reached by this intervention? Are all employees targeted, or will it target a specific group? Benefits. What impact would you expect to see from this intervention? Try to think realistically and be as specific as you can. Consider short-term impacts, such as changes in knowledge or attitudes, and longer-term impacts, like changes in health or safety indicators. Resources needed. What types of resources might be needed to implement the interventions? Obstacles. What might get in the way of this intervention being successful? This activity can be completed within the meeting time or as homework if needed. You may need to gather information from managers to estimate costs. Once completed, use the Step 4B worksheet to summarize the design team's work. To begin this activity, review the selection criteria you set in Ideas Step 3. In Ideas Step 4C, you apply the Step 3 selection criteria to assess whether your interventions are likely to meet the target performance indicators. The worksheet on the screen uses the coffee spill example. The selection criteria from Step 3 are laid out across the top row. The intervention options are listed in the left column. You can check each intervention option against the selection criteria by placing a check mark to indicate when each specific criterion is met. This process will help you determine the overall strength of the intervention options and whether you want to make adjustments to the activities. You can expect that your basic package may have some blank cells, whereas your comprehensive package should check marks in most cells. The final step is to use the Step 4D worksheet to rate each intervention option based on the selection criteria. This worksheet lays out interventions A, B, and C at the top of the screen, and the 4 selection criteria along the left column. You can use a simple rating scheme of high, medium, or low. A rating of high indicates the intervention meets or exceeds the stated selection criteria. A rating of medium indicates the intervention only partially meets the selection criteria. A rating of low indicates the intervention fails to meet or barely meets the selection criteria. High ratings are favorable for scope and benefits. Low ratings are favorable when considering resources needed and anticipated obstacles. Once your ratings are done, use that information to prioritize the interventions you will propose for consideration. Before ending this step, it's important for the design team to reach consensus so that all members are comfortable with presenting these interventions to the steering committee. Now that you have a basic understanding of IDEA Step 4, use the manual and handouts to complete this step. You can find them on the IDEA's website. The next step will be to prepare a presentation to the steering committee. There are several useful handouts in the IDEA Step 5 materials to help you prepare a presentation and use positive communication. In the next video, we'll review IDEA Step 5, Rating and Selecting Interventions. Congratulations, you are one step closer to making positive change for safety, health, and well-being in your organization. This concludes the IDEA Step 4 training module.